Today is January 30th, and today's quote is entitled, "Humility means no resistance," which was also the title of an article I wrote. We are afraid to ask for feedback because we are afraid of what we might hear. You may be thinking that I'd rather die than have to get feedback. If this is the case, it sounds like resistance is going on inside of you. One way to look at humility is that humility means no resistance. One devotee said that one of the definitions of humility is that humility is reality, or humility means reality, or humility means, okay, this is what I'm like, this is really what I'm like. And who wants to really find out what you're really like and have people tell you what you're really like? It's not so pleasant. So part of humility is the ability to get feedback, which is not so sweet all the time. But the idea is if you find out what your problems are, or you find out where you're lacking, then you can improve yourself, which is good, right? So if we have a little humility, and it's not about our false ego and what others think of us, but if we're willing to be open to hear how we can improve without resistance, that's really good, because then we can improve. And if we can't hear, then that which we need to improve then becomes a problem for us and the people we're working with, because we don't want to hear about it, or we don't even want to acknowledge that it's a problem, or we don't want to acknowledge that it exists. And then we frustrate the people around us because they can't talk to us, because there's a problem, and we're trying to point it out, but they won't listen. And you've probably been in situations like that, and you know those situations are extremely frustrating. Some of the people that become most dear to the devotee community are the ones who are most humble, the most self-effacing, non-pretentious, and real. That's the kind of people everyone loves. And it's not our goal to be loved, but in a sense it is our goal, because we should be loved within the society of devotees. And the practice of humility is a way in which we can best work with devotees, be loved, be appreciated, and so forth. Not for our own benefit, but for the benefit of the relationship. So the idea of today's quote is that if we're not willing to hear what others have to tell us, it means we're resisting being humble. So think of resistance in this sense, or this context, as some form of lack of humility, or some kind of pride entering, where I don't want to hear, don't tell me. I don't want to hear, I don't want to see about it, I don't want to think about it. That's not good. It's not the way we want to organize a movement. It doesn't work for working problems out. And if there are problems and nobody wants to listen, then we can't work them out, and the problems continue, and people just get frustrated, and it's not a mature way of dealing with one another. Okay, someone may be higher in the hierarchy, but sometimes a lower person will need to communicate a problem, and the higher person has to be humble enough to listen and acknowledge and do something about it.